Hello, kindred spirits. This time, we're going to talk about missing energy and getting it back and making ourselves stronger and more powerful. And I mean that in the most literal sense, because that missing energy represents lost power, lost self authority. And we want it back if we want to live truly free and whole lives. Before I go any further, though, I have to do some reminders because this is important to understanding where I'm going with this. First off, from my earlier videos, remember that I talked about energy and everything in creation being based on vibration. Your energy field vibrates at a unique energy pattern. Mine does. Everything does. To exist, you must vibrate. The rock vibrates, the tree vibrates, the fish vibrates, the ocean vibrates, all in a unique pattern. And it sort of made sense to me, and it kind of sparked some recognition, because I'd always wondered, well, how do salmon know which stream they were born in? And they swim out to sea and they live their lives for a couple of years, and then they swim right back to the same stream. And scientists call it instinct, but that's a label applied to the mystery. It's less of a mystery when you realize that the salmon, through those intuitive senses that every creature has, recognize the unique vibrational pattern of the energy where they were born. And they find it and they go up that river to spawn again. That's how we recognize each other. That's why we have deja vu. We're recognizing at the unconscious and emotional subconscious level familiar vibrational patterns. So keep that in mind when I talk about lost energy, because it's important to the why energy is lost and needs to come back for us. All right, so vibration. Then we have the missing energy. And there is even a book about that called Soul Retrieval. Now, I have not read this book, but I have read discussions about it and discussions about patterns of behavior and those feelings I mentioned last time of butterflies if you try public speaking. They're all recognitions that there's an issue here and they want to solve it by bringing the energy back. And as a Sunan story healer, I heartily endorse that. You must bring that energy back because it belongs to you and you've cast it out, but it can't help anybody else because it's your native energy. God created you with that energy and you have a right to it, and you'll yearn for it and long for it if you've thrown it away. So what might be the impetus for you casting out energy? Well, it might be as simple as a misunderstanding. And it could be as horrible as the worst possible trauma you can imagine. There are all sorts of reasons that we are moved to throw away that energy. But there is something keeping that energy away and keeping us from bringing it back and keeping it. Now, that's the issue, because you can bring energy back into your own energy field, but you won't keep it unless you resolved some stuff. All right? There's a reason it's gone. There's a reason it stays gone. And resolving those issues, that specific something, is what I'm going to talk about next time. Until then, vaya con Dios.